In 2007, DULI15 established the Award of Merit recognition to honor outstanding alumni for achievements in their field of work. We're pleased to announce tonight the creation of a new Award of Merit, and it's called the Holtz-Munson Award of Merit in Sports. The name of the Holtz-Munson Award of Merit in Sports honors brothers Lou Holtz, Kent State, 58, and Thurman Munson, Kent State, 69, for their distinguished sporting careers. Thurman Lee Munson, Kent State, 69, was an American Major League Baseball catcher. He played his entire 11-year professional baseball career for the New York Yankees as a perennial all-star and the only Yankee to win both the Rookie of the Year and Most Valuable Player awards. Munson led the Yankees to 3 consecutive World Series appearances from 1976 to 1978 and 2 consecutive World Series championships in 1977 and 1978. In 1979, Munson tragically died at the age of 32 while practice landing his Cessna airplane at the Akron-Canton Airport. Tonight, we posthumously honor Brother Munson with the Holt-Munson Award of Merit in Sports. Lou Holtz established himself as one of the most successful college football coaches of all time. He graduated from East Liverpool High School in Ohio, earned a Bachelor of Science degree in history from Kent State, and a master's degree from the University of Iowa in arts and education. Holtz played linebacker at Kent State for 2 seasons before an injury ended his career. He served as the head football coach at the College of William and Mary, North Carolina State University, the University of Arkansas, the University of Minnesota, the University of Notre Dame, and the University of South Carolina, compiling a career record of 249, 132, and 7. He also coached the New York Jets during the 1976 season. Holtz's 1988 Notre Dame team went 12-0 with a victory in the Fiesta Bowl and was a consensus national champion. 3 of his other teams at Notre Dame ended the year ranked in the top 5 in the country. Lou Holtz is the only college football coach to lead 6 different programs to bowl games and the only coach to guide 4 different teams to the final top 20 rankings. Holtz was selected for the College Football Hall of Fame class of 2008, which places him in an elite group of just over 800 individuals in the history of football who have earned this distinction. Brothers, it's my honor to present Brother Lou Holtz with the inaugural Holtz-Munson Award of Merit in Sports.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Very flattered and honored to be here. I'm flattered and honored to receive this award. I'm proud for a couple of reasons. Number one, to have an award for Thurman Munson, same chapter as Kent State, and a great individual. I'm also very proud and humbled to be here as a DU. DU played such a great role in my life. Now, unlike the award recipients you've had, I wasn't president of the high school class. I was in the lower third of my high school class. If it wasn't for people like me, there could have been no upper half of the class. And this is going to be the first time DULI15's ever given an award to a homeless man. See, my house burned down 5 weeks ago, completely down. And about a month before, I said to my wife, what a beautiful home we did. She said, that belongs to God, not us. And that fire's burning. I said to my wife, God doesn't take real good of care of his house. That sucker just burned down. But I am humbled to be here. And for the next 10 minutes, they asked me to share some thoughts and ideas on leadership. Understand who Lou Holtz is not. I'm not a singer, dancer, and entertainer. But I don't think life has to be complicated. See, there are only 7 colors of the rainbow. But look what Michelangelo did with those 7 colors. There's only 7 musical notes. Look what Beethoven did with those 7 notes. There's only 10 numbers. Look what Bernie Madoff did with those 10 numbers. So doesn't always have to be good, but it doesn't have to be complicated. See, ladies and gentlemen, I went to school predominantly to eat my lunch. I went to Kent State University. I never had a date in high school. Didn't have any goals, anything else other than the fact my high school coach said I should go to college and be a coach. I said, I'm not going to college. My parents said, you are. I'd worked, saved money to buy a 49 Chevrolet. They said, you're going to use that money to go to college, not buy a car. I said, I'm not. I'm buying a car. They said, you're going to college. So we compromised, and I went to college. That was a typical compromise with my parents. Then I was asked to join the DU fraternity. And I wasn't an officer in or anything else. But to this day, some of the very best friends I have in this world are former DUs, or they were fraternity brothers of mine. I learned so much in the fraternity. I learned about peer pressure. I learned about the obligation, responsibility you have to other people. See, if you want to fail, you have the right to fail. You do not have the right to fail because you don't fulfill your obligation. You join a team, you join a business, you join a spouse, you join a fraternity, you have obligation, responsibility to conduct yourself in a certain way. See, I'm not very smart, but I do know this about leadership. That Father Hesburgh said to me, I named you the head coach at Notre Dame. I'm going to announce to the world you're the head coach. He said, what I cannot do is announce to the world you're the leader. See, people can name you the president of the organization. They cannot name you the leader. See, titles come from above. The fraternity brothers will determine if you're a leader. Let me tell you very briefly what I think makes a leader. Number one, you have to have a vision where you want to go. You have to know where you want to take the fraternity, where you want to take the business, where you want to go. See, if you don't have dreams, you don't have goals, you don't have vision where you want to go, you're dying. See, you're either growing or you're dying. The grass is either growing or it's dying. So's a business, so's a person, so's a fraternity. You're either growing or you're dying. Doesn't have a thing to do with age. I'm so old now, my birthday candles cost more than a cake. But it has everything to do. But it has everything to do. Are we trying to get somewhere? Are we trying to improve? And you have to have a vision and you have to have a plan of how you're going to get there. The plan isn't very complicated. I have a vision where we wanted to go with a football team when I went in, a vision where I wanted our children to go with their lives, a vision where I wanted our marriage. Last Wednesday, I celebrated our 54th wedding anniversary. I want you to know that. My wife said opposites attract and then attack. But you know, I said 54 years with my best friend. The guy said, your wife's not your best friend, your dog is. I said, you're wrong. My wife's my best friend. He said, try this. Lock your wife and your dog in the trunk of the car. Come back in 2 hours and see which one's happy to see you. So maybe it is the dog. But as I say this, I only had 3 rules. See, I only think you need 3 rules. Because see, ladies and gentlemen, a fraternity is no more than different than a football team or a family. The first thing you have to do is you got to be able to build a trust among each other. If you can't trust one another, you have no team. You have no organization. And if I was head of a fraternity and we're going to go recruit people, I want to get somebody that I can trust. If they say they're going to do something, they're going to back up. They're going to be a person of their word. And they're going to do the right thing. I think it's right to be honest, right to be on time, right to treat women the proper way. I think it's wrong to find a fraternity brother's wallet before he lost it. See, that's called stealing, son. I just think just do the right thing. Why? So you can build a trust. Why am I so close to all the fraternity brothers? The great thing about the fraternity, no matter who I was with, I felt like I was with my best friend. It just had that feeling, that relationship. And to this day, I get together with fraternity brothers every opportunity I get. As a matter of fact, next Friday. I'm going to be in Canton, Ohio. As Tim Brown and Jerome Bettis, 2 players I coached and recruited, will be inducted in the NFL Hall of Fame. One of the most important things I'm going to do there, I'm going to have lunch with Ron Rigler, a former fraternity brother of mine. We get together, fall over. See, it's that relationship. The second point we wanted in every athlete and every fraternity, somebody's committed to excellence. Whatever we're going to do the very best of our ability. Not everybody can be All-American, not everybody can be first. Everybody can be the best they can be. And the last thing, I want a group of people going to care about somebody else when they walk in the room. I want it to be, there's my fraternity brothers, what can I do to help you? I don't want their attitude to be, hey, here I am, look at me, it's all about me. No, it's not about you. It's about other people. It's about loving and caring about people. And White said, how can you talk about loving and caring about people with your bumper sticker? I have a bumper sticker on my car that when we go to church every Sunday, she makes me park it in the back of the parking lot and back it in so nobody can see it. The bumper sticker said, Jesus loves you. Everybody else thinks you're an asshole. It sums up a lot of people. But all I wanted, and I learned this from the fraternity, if you gave your word on something, you're going to honor it. I want people you could trust, and people were totally committed to excellence in everything we did. We understood whatever we did, we wore our DU pin. We serenaded somebody in a sorority, or we went to a party or a formal. We understood we represented them, and we had an obligation. And everything we did to conduct ourselves in the proper manner and to be the very best we could be. A group that genuinely cares about one another. You know, my wife is a cancer 4 survivor, stage 4. And she and I are opposite night and day, and she has no sense of humor, but she left me a note not long ago. Said, Lou, I can't please everybody in the world, so I'm going to stop trying. I'm going to focus on pleasing one person a day. Today's not your day, and tomorrow doesn't look real promising either. So, but she's done one interview in her entire life because it had to do with cancer. And I asked her on TV, what'd you learn from having cancer? She said, I learned how much my family loved me. We didn't love her anymore. We showed it. See, everybody in your fraternity, every single fraternity brother has got problems, got difficulty, needs kind word, needs smile, needs encouragement. It's no different in the team. The things that we learned about in the fraternity, many of the things I've incorporated in the way I coached. We had a little bit of initiation for our football players when they come in. Oh, not harassment or anything else along that line. But to understand they were going to be part of something special. The things, the camaraderie together. Every freshman football player came in that I coached had a big brother, an upperclassman. Where did I get that from? From DU. My older brother taught me how to act, how to behave, how to do things, what DU was all about. I could go on, but my time's rapidly running down. But see, leadership is having something you want to accomplish. And one of the most difficult things, you get people to act like an ass sometimes in a fraternity. They might get drunk and they might try to intimidate other people. Well, how do you handle that? All I ever did with a football player was say, you know, I don't believe that's the best you can do, and I want to tell you why. You got an A in Spanish 1, a D in Spanish 2, you missed class 3 times, study hall twice, tutor once, I don't believe that's the best you can do, and I want to know why. You never attack the performer. You never attack the fraternity brother. But you attack the performance and what they did. As a leader, you cannot tolerate people that don't live up to the expectations of trust and commitment and love. And you sit down with them individually and just say, this is what DU's about. We're about trust. We're about commitment. We're about love. We're about care. We're about helping other people. I want to know why. You forget to buy into this on a consistent basis. See, I could go on, but you've been so kind to ask me to speak 10 minutes. I'm leaving right after. I've got to speak at Notre Dame tomorrow with 900 people to luncheon. But I am very happy and very proud to be here. I'm proud to receive this award and honor. But I'm even prouder to be a DU. And I think the fact that I loved about DU was we had no secrets. We had no limitation on membership. We wanted people we could love and could love us, regardless of what race, nationality, religious background, or anything else. We had Jewish people in our fraternity. We had Catholics. We had everybody. We had people who went to, on Sunday Mass, they said they were going to St. Mattress with Father Pillow because they didn't always get up and go to church. But the point is, we're a group of people who came together, learned to love to one another and learned to help one another. And I got to tell you, the fraternity at Kent State, when I was there, was without a doubt the absolute best. We're number one academically. We're number one in every athletic contest that they had, whether it be basketball, touch football, etc. We're number one socially. We could party with the best of them. And we're number one theatrically. We just had a lot of people, and you bring people together. And I can just say, it changed my life. It changed my life. I learned so much from so many people that I could never thank DU enough. When you go back there, remember this. You're the leaders. Have a vision where you want to go, and then have a plan of how you get there. You're part of a great organization. Thank you so much, and I want to leave you with this very last thought. I want to tell you this, Mr. Kirk, what a great leadership you have done. I have been most impressed with what I've seen, what I've heard here tonight, and God, DU is lucky to have you. And I say this to my last thought. You want to be happy for an hour? Eat a steak. You want to be happy for a day? Play golf. You want to be happy for a week? Go on a cruise. Now, to me, going on a cruise is like being in jail, except you have a chance to drown, but if that's what makes you happy, so be it. You want to be happy for a month? You want to be happy for a month? Buy a new car. You want to be happy for a year? Win the lottery. You want to be happy for a lifetime? Be a DU.